I'm Oliver James, your local property investigator and Rightmove addict. Digging into the November property stats here for Earlham, Cadishead and Rixton. And let's kick things off in Cadishead. The market here has been a bit of a roller coaster in November. Jumping into the stats, the number of properties for sale has dropped to just 49 compared to 71 in October. That's a big decrease. Looks like the early birds really snapped up the worms there. New listings are even quieter with just 4 hitting the market this month. That's a big drop from 16 in October and quieter than a library on Christmas Eve. But sellers in Cadishead are aiming high with the average asking price jumping to £298,750 from £209,937 last month. Ambitious? Well, time will tell. On the sales side of things, 6 properties were agreed this month, down from 19 in October. A slower pace, but not bad for this time of year. The average agreed sale price climbed. The average agreed sale price climbed to £247,999, up from £236,750 in October. And the price per square foot for sold properties jumped to £280 from £244 last month, giving sellers a reason to celebrate as the year winds down. Comparing this to last November, asking prices have soared from £230,995 to £298,750. Cadishead is certainly levelling up. And now time for some other stats. 10 properties had their prices reduced this month, which is above the 6-year average of 7. Looks like some sellers aimed for the stars and had to settle for the stratosphere. Only 1 property was withdrawn from the market, much lower than the average of 4. So it seems sellers are holding firm. And there were 3 fall-throughs, which is bang on the 6-year average. Buyers, let's keep those deals on track. Next up, let's dive into Earlham. November saw 78 properties for sale, a small drop from 85 in October. This is just above the 6-year average of 75, so the market does feel steady in Earlham. 17 new listings came to market, which is down from October's 22, but right on the 6-year average of 16. A steady stream of fresh options for buyers. And sellers here have been feeling ambitious, with the average asking price rising significantly to £270,587 from £219,795 last month. On the sales side of things, 16 properties were agreed, slightly down from October's 22, but perfectly aligned with the 6-year average. The average agreed price dipped to £225,156 from £246,363 in October. So it looks like buyers have been negotiating hard as we head towards Christmas. The price per square foot for sold properties also dipped slightly to £265 from £275, but matched the level we saw this time last year. Comparing this to November 2023, asking prices have climbed from £245,571 to £270,587. Earlham's property market has had quite the glow up this year. Now for some other stats. When it comes to price reductions, 10 properties saw a trim this month, slightly below the 6-year average of 11. Only 1 property was withdrawn, which is much lower than the usual 5. Sellers here are staying the course. And there were 4 fall-throughs, just above the average of 3. A gentle reminder to keep those deals on track, folks. Finally, let's head over to Rixton and parts of Birchwood. The market here is holding steady with 62 properties for sale in November, which is slightly down from 65 in October, but above the 6-year average of 57. 10 new listings came to the market this month, which is slightly fewer than the October's 12, but close to last November's 8 and the 6-year average of 13. The average asking price has risen to £255,500 from £223,042 in October. Sellers are clearly aiming to make their homes sparkle like Christmas lights. For sales agreed, we saw 11 this month, which is on par with the 6-year average and just slightly lower than the October's 12. The average agreed sale price dipped to £224,545 from £233,333 last month, matching what we saw this time last year. And the price per square foot for sold properties tickled up to £258 from £248 in October, which is a little boost for the sellers. Overall, Rixton and Birchwood have had a balanced month with asking prices on the rise, while sold prices remain steady. In other stats, just 3 properties had their houses reduced, well below the 6-year average of 8. Only 1 property was withdrawn compared to the usual 3. So sellers here are confident, and there were 3 fall-throughs, matching the average, so no surprises on that front. So what's the big picture for November across Cadishead, Earlham and Rixton? It's all about steadiness. Asking prices are climbing, sales are still happening, but new listings are slowing down as we head into the festive season. If you're thinking of selling, now might be the time to get ahead of the New Year rush. We have 2 spaces left on our Boxing Day Bonanza, which is the busiest day of the year for inquiries, which is fast approaching. And if you're buying, fewer listings means you'll need to act fast when you spot the right home. Feel free to register with us anytime. For any property related questions, feel free to get in touch by messaging me or WhatsApping or calling the office at any